And good afternoon. We're here in the corridor of trees. Today is Saturday, the 28th of July, and we're about to start this week's episode of Ridge Hiking. And today we have a special guest. Jenny is joining us for our ridge hike this week. How are you, Jenny?
Good.
How do you like this hike so far?
Interesting.
It's a little cold and foggy, isn't it? Well, today we have a special surprise in store, and we'll show you that later. But here we are beginning our hike all this way up towards the Maury Ridge Trail here in San Bruno, California. And here we are 20 minutes into the hike, and we're at the entrance to the Golden Gate National Reserve area. And we're starting on the trail up the ridge on this windy and foggy day. Temperature is about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. And look at this thick swirling fog all around us. But walking up this ridge makes us hot enough that we want to take off our jackets and enjoy the feel of the nice cool breeze, right, honey? Yes. But it sure is murky and foggy. And here we are approaching the bottom of the little valley before we start climbing up the big hill, and that fog is just rolling over above us. Very foggy and windy day today. And behind us is the little hill down which we just climbed. The top of the hill is almost completely buried in the fog, but this way we can see some blue skies up ahead as we get higher and higher up the big hill. So we just made it up the stairs and we're getting close to the top of the big hill. What do you think, honey? How's it going? Still a bit windy and foggy, but it's just a little bit more sunny than it was before. Rather pleasant up here. Whew. And on we keep going up to the top of the big hill. And it sure is nice to be walking with a guest today. Thank you for joining us. All right, and now here we come. We are almost at the top of our journey up the big hill. And when we get to the fork in the road, just up ahead, we're going to be turning to the right, that is to the west, and breaking down towards the sea. Right now we're about 40 minutes into our hike, and we're about 2 miles away from our front door. And right here is where we join the Sweeney Ridge Trail, which goes off to the right, and the Maury Ridge Trail. Sweeney Ridge goes off to the left, Maury Ridge goes off to the right towards the ocean. And that's where we are going to head as we come around the turn at the fork in the road. And we're coming into a steep drop as we continue to walk down the hill towards the ocean. And the further down we get, the thicker the fog becomes. And off in the distance, some people coming up the trail. And we're still making our way down the Maury Ridge Trail, heading towards Pacific Coast Highway 1 in Pacifica. We'll probably be there, in another 20 minutes from now. May seem faster than that to those of you watching this video, for which you're lucky. And now, despite the fact that we're still fairly high up, maybe a good 300 or 400 feet, you can start to hear the sounds of PCH1. And below us over there is the town of Pacifica, or at least part of the town. And far off ahead into the clouds is Maury Point, and that's where we're going to be heading. And we're here, smack dab in the middle of the fog, continuing on down the ridge towards the coast. And here's part of today's surprise. We're actually coming all the way along the Maury Ridge Trail until we get to Maury Point, out at the coast. Usually we don't come this far along because it makes for too long of a hike, but today we're making an exception. So we'll have some beautiful scenes from the Pacific Coast here in just a little while. And there's the phone girl. Ah, here she comes. There you can see the ocean. I was just looking at the ocean. Hey. And you know where we're coming to, honey?
No.
This is the end of America. After this, it's not America anymore. It's the Pacific Ocean. What do you think?
I like it.
What they did in the war. Because America was afraid that Japan would invade from the Pacific. She's running up that hill. That's far out. Now she wants me to take her picture. And she's still running up steep hill. Well, I'm just gonna walk up this hill.
Happier, right?
Yeah. She feels like she has her own home. And here we are, kind of coming up towards the last part of the walk today. And we'll be heading up towards Rockaway Beach in beautiful Pacifica. And here we are walking along towards Pacifica. And up there is the ridge, which normally we would walk back home. But today, we're in for a special treat. And here we are, coming to the end of our walk, and a little surprise. Which is going into a wine bar for a bottle of wine. And so at the end of our trip, we stopped in a Grape in the Fog wine bar in Pacifica and had a nice little treat, a bottle of Malbec and a delicious wine and cheese board, which you can see here. And even I treated myself to a little bit of this wonderful little dish. And it was made for a great afternoon, and we really enjoyed it, and it was a wonderful way to end the walk. And the most delicious part of the whole day was this delightful dessert, an Italian panna cotta that is like a hardened cream with a mango puree sauce. Oh, it was just delightful. And that ends today's walk. Thanks for joining us.